Good morning, everybody. Before we dive into this worksheet on fractions, I just want to make sure you've watched the video to review how to add, subtract, multiply, and divide fractions. I reviewed the rules up here at the top. These questions are challenging, and I know there's a chance we won't have the air test, but this will still help you for junior high. So let's look at number one here. It says Starbucks has a jug of dragon juice that contains 20 and 1/4 cups. Charlie brings it to math class and gives it away to her class. Each student gets 1 and 1/8 cups of dragon juice. How many students did she give it to? So for this problem, you're basically taking a larger amount and you're dividing it up among the class. So you're obviously going to be dividing. You can turn these into fractions, decimals, or any method that you would like. For number two, Silas can eat 3/4 of a pizza. Caitlin can eat 2/3 of a pizza. Chris can eat 5/6 of a pizza. And Jaden can eat 3/12 of a pizza. Would 3 whole pizzas feed them? For you to answer that question, you first have to figure out how much pizza they have eaten. So you're going to find a common denominator and add these together. And then the second part says how many pieces would be left over if each pizza were cut into 12 pieces. All right, number three. Elliot does not like heights. He rides a Millennium Force, which is 7/8 of a mile long. Elliot feels sick every 1/8 of a mile. How many times does he feel sick on the Millennium Force? So again, similar to number one, we're taking a total and we're seeing how many times he feels sick. So we're dividing that from the total. And so this is just a simple division problem with fractions. Number four, Elias has earned $400 the past year for mowing grass and other odd jobs. He has decided to take 80% of this amount on a trip his family is going on to Florida. He's going to spend 3/4 of the money he takes in the trip to Florida. How much will he spend in Florida? So this problem really is going to have two parts. The first part is you're going to have to find 80% of 400. All right, there are two different ways you guys can do this. You can set up a proportion, or you can turn the percent into a decimal and multiply. Then whatever number you get, you're going to find 3/4 of that. Number five, Mariah bakes brownies for her birthday for her class. Her class eats 4/5 of her pan of brownies. Mariah then has a friend that eats 1/3 of what is left. What fraction of the pan of brownies did Mariah's friend eat? Okay, for this problem, you first need to figure out if her class ate 4/5 of the pan, what amount is left? And then her friend is eating 1/3 of that. So this is going to be a multiplication problem with fractions. And then finally, Elena is heading to San Antonio for spring break. This might be was heading to San Antonio for spring break. Elena spends 3/5 of the time on her phone during the plane ride. Her brother spends 7/8 of his time on his device playing video games, also on the plane ride. How much more time as a fraction did her brother spend than her? So if we're making a comparison here and we want to know how much more, we have to find the difference between those. So you're going to be subtracting, finding a common denominator. Hope this makes sense. I want you guys to do your best. I don't know how I'm going to grade this at this point, but as long as you've shown work and spent time on it, your grade will not be bad. It'll probably be some sort of completion grade. Please submit this to me once you are finished and do great. Thank you.